I just wanna see the light.
It's Tier 2 showtime!
And they're on in a race time.
Fernando, which way to go? Left or right?
It's all eyes on the Ferrari. Stylo has done the impossible. This is the move. This is the moment.
And that puts in Rapture on the podium.
But it's this man who comes home victorious. It's Red Bull Endurance who wins. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another round here of Moose Racing League. My name is Punju, and I'm so excited to be with you here tonight for round 6 of Moose Racing League's Tier 1 Championship here in Season 9. And of course, as always, I'm joined by the very best, most wonderful, coolest, definitely not Australian British guy, Mr. Rage Kiwi. Rage Quit, how are you? Welcome in for Austria. I like your shirt, man.
I am absolutely sensational and magnificent, and guess what? We don't read good over here.
No, we
So
don't.
I'm definitely not Australian. I'm
glad that we're both rocking our moose gear. And it was honestly, like we had mentioned right before the stream start, totally serendipitous. We didn't even mean to both be wearing moose gear tonight, but we both have moose gear tonight. So you've got your We Don't Read Good. I've got my championship shirt on.
Showing off with the championship shirt, chat. We don't like the show-offs.
Hey, we love the show-offs. What are you talking about? This is Tier 1. It's all about the show-offs. Speaking of which, you know, we're here to show off across the fastest track on the calendar when it comes to lap times. We're here at Austria, and this track is pretty gnarly. Now, Andy, you and I have been talking a little bit about the lap times we've got to look at, and you're thinking that we're gonna have some pretty tight gaps. I want to hear your predictions right now about this track and the qualifying lap times.
I think we're going to have a quality time in the low threes. So I'm going to go with a low 3.25. And I think we're going to have, my bold prediction is 3/10 covering the top 10.
Wow.
Because it's a short distance track. We've seen these guys get tight before on longer tracks. I'm expecting those quality times to tighten up a little bit.
See, that's a fair point. With it being such a short track, it definitely has, you know, the opportunity for it to be super tight. Now, in my opinion, I think it's going to be a little bit wider than that because I think there's places for people to make mistakes. It's one of those things where if you make one mistake, you got no chance to make it up. And so I personally think that we're going to see, you know, some people rocking maybe like a 5/10 gap between 1st and 10th. But still, it's going to be one of the tightest ones we've ever had for sure. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this track. Obviously, if you guys have never seen Austria before, you've been living under a rock. It's one of the best F1 tracks on the circuit with only 10 corners covering 2.683 miles or 4.3 kilometers. What the heck is a kilometer? It's got a little bit of uphill downhill though. What's the fun part about it? It's kind of hard to tell the elevation except for into turn 3. You can hardly tell that there is elevation change, but really that's the tallest point is turn 3, and then all starts to fall downhill on its way back down to the start-finish straight where it's the lowest elevation in the entire track. That does mean that the most water pools up on that start-finish straight, and there's almost no water on the entry into turn 3. So if we do have a wet race, we won't have pools of water going into turn 3, which is nice. So no crazy problems there. But, you know, this is Austria, and it's Tier 1. There's always problems in crazy places. Speaking of Austria and Tier 1, I think we're already got these guys out there on track setting some qualifying times. Andy, how about we go check out the first one? Because I see your face. You already like what you saw.
Oh my gosh. Zylo in the Aston Martin thrown down the banker lap of a 1:03.4.
Yep.
Let me say it again, a 1:03.4. That gives us another 14 minutes to get tighter than that. I think that's incredible. We do have, by the way, a little bit of intelligence from trackside. Potentially a little bit of rain in the race.
Ooh. I would like that. Now I'm on. Oh no, DeFi getting unlucky again. Getting a 5-place grid penalty. He said he was really trying to just avoid qualifying today, even, and he goes out just for a slight banker lap, and he already gets a 5-place grid penalty. I'm on Xylo's teammate as he crossed the line, Mr. Yellowstone, who put down a 104.0. That's actually a pretty solid competitive time. Right now, second place in the grid is Marcus Libs, and of course, third is Gray Bush, who's doing a great job. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the new drivers for this week and reserves, because I think they deserve some shout-outs. New full-timers. We got Drix as a new full-timer, as well as MV1. Both new full-timers, so pretty stoked for them. When we come to reserves, though, we got quite a few. We got Gray Bush in the Alpha Tauri. We've got El Taco Jack in the Haas. We've got Supply Raptor in the other Alpha Tauri. Wow, that's 3. That's a lot for Tier 1, man. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot for Tier 1, but do you know what? What I don't mind about Tier 1 is when those reserves come in, they still contribute. They still put on a show. And MV1, as we say, reserves. I know he's a full-timer now, but he has just knocked 200s. And by the way, forget about 200s because we've got a full 10th taken off by the new McLaren driver, and it's Drix. So the new 2 full-time drivers. That's easy for me to say. 1 and 2.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. Sebi says the race is near the middle of the race. The rain is near the middle of the race. So if it's right in the middle, we could have a dry to wet to dry scenario, which is like my favorite. It could just go dry to wet, but I would love a dry to wet to dry.
Please, stop it.
Stop it. That'd be too great.
I would love that.
That'd be awesome. I love those variable conditions. I mean, you know, we just mentioned Drix as he just came across the line. He is the second most winningest driver in all time here in Moose Racing League, only beaten out by this guy right here in the Williams garage, Mr. Giants fan. Him and his teammate Double A's looking like one of the scariest teams, but I think that McLaren team now, as a complete pairing, is looking like it might be the scariest pairing on the grid. So definitely people to look out for.
Absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And I think there's plenty of time left in the season, considering this is the halfway point.
Yep.
For McLaren to, and I know you're marginally biased.
Marginally, just a little bit.
Marginally, but I think it's a great way for McLaren to make a charge.
This is true. And Stig has given us a very good update. He says, guess what? I'm last. You know, Stig, I'm glad that you let me know because I wasn't sure if you were going to be in last because you're almost always second to last. So today, unfortunately, in the back, all the jokes, by the way, Stig relegating himself up to Tier 1 after winning Tier 2 in a solid fashion. I think he wishes he didn't even get that championship at this point because he has been the struggle bus.
Do you know what? I'd take a championship in a tier to suffer in a tier the following year.
Yeah.
I would take that championship. So
that's fair.
Stig, don't worry about it, brother. You know what? Take your medicine.
Exactly.
You'll dip down into Tier 2 next year and then you'll be competing again. Don't you worry about it, brother. Exactly.
And by the way, Stig, also I'm honoring you today as you are on the back of my shirt. Thanks again for your contributions for last year.
Let's go.
You're on a shirt and immortalized in Moose for a reason, because you are actually pretty dang good.
He says he's going to Tier 3 next year.
Right?
Okay. Newsflash: that's not happening unless we get 15 more really quick drivers.
I know, right?
Take your medicine, Stig. You're in Tier 2.
Yeah.
Compete. Have fun.
He's just stuck. Oh, I guess he's wearing his championship shirt too. So we're twinning tonight. Now, somebody who's out there on track setting down a lap is this guy Arcadia. He is one that I've been wanting to figure out, how he's going to do tonight. I'm sure he's feeling pretty confident. He's always been a bit of a dark horse. He's sitting in that top 10 range, but never quite to the win. And I think he might, if he really puts it down tonight, have a shot at the W. However, NZ Turtle comes in here and he says, I just got a 5 place when DeFi came in front of me and braked to let somebody by. Is there a way it can be removed? Was it my fault? Unfortunately, no. You can get a potential penalty for him, but beyond that, it would not be removed. No, unfortunately, because he also got one too, I believe. So
yes, he did.
It's kind of a tit for tat.
The only way that could be handled is by the stewards during the week.
Yeah. You just don't really want to do a lobby restart. Also, Arcadia, look at his time. He just put himself in fourth that first banker lap for himself. And now DeFi, Double A's, and Giants fan are all out there. I want to see Giants fan. He's the leader of the three of them. I'm curious what he's got today. Also, D-Master says, how do you feel about having Drix in the McLaren? I feel great about that one. However, Pat also says, breaking news for the first time ever, Andy has beaten both the NA commentators in Tier 5. Andy, tell me how you're feeling about that one as well from earlier today.
Andy has beaten both NA commentators in Tier 5. Pat, I didn't beat you. I think you... Pat, did you not finish above me today?
I don't think he did, no.
Well, in that case, I'll drink to that. Thank you very much.
There goes Giants fan, setting a really good lap at a 103.544. So you said the top 10 was going to be how many tenths? 3 tenths?
I said 3 tenths, and right now?
It's 3 tenths.
It is 3 tenths.
It's 3 tenths, yes.
Crazy close. There's only 1 second. There's only 1 second covering the whole grid right now.
Yep,
apart from Double A's used 10 seconds.
It was a 14, yeah, exactly. That's a non-important time. That's crazy. Literally is a whole second, covers 18 positions. That's nuts. You were right that it's going to be tight. I thought it was going to be 5 tenths for the top 10. Unless we have like a crazy standout pole position lap, I think you might be right with the 3 tenths.
I mean, we're talking between each driver, we're talking hundreds, not tenths, and that's what I was going to, talk about. It's like even the gap between 12th and 13th is only 800ths.
That's crazy, dude.
Yes, we've got more than a tenth between Yellow Snowman and Sketchable, but guess what? Yellow Snowman and Sketchable are together again.
Oh, they are right next to each other. How about that?
No shock.
They find a way.
No shocks.
They always find a way. Now, I'm on Marcus Libs as he's about to start a lap. Right now, he is sitting in 6th, and I know he's going to want to do better. As is currently sitting, he's sitting at a 103.563. I'll go ahead and guide you guys through the lap. As we're coming up through turn 1, he brakes just after that 100-meter board, almost close to like the 70 or 60. Great exit onto the second straightaway where the DRS gets flopped open, and he flies as fast as he can, up to 200 miles an hour on his way into turn 3. Goes across sector 1, just barely off his best time, actually. 3/107. Bit of a slidey-widey almost into turn 3, but it was just enough to get more rotation than it was to get a slide. That's the proper use of your brake balance. He's going down into turn 5 now after that little kink right there, and he looks pretty solid. It's very tight. Sorry, turn 4, excuse me. Looks pretty solid through this second sector. Now, this wide left-hander is our make-or-breaker for many people in the lap. You got to avoid that inside curve, but get as tight as you can and go really wide on the outside. Perfect line for that one. And he's up 2 tenths right now. Right now, we'll be putting him into that 3 territory, maybe even into the 2 if he really nails his final sector. This could be a provisional pole lap for Marcus Libs if he nails these last 2 corners. Really quick, that one uses all the track he can for there, and again, all the track for that final corner. As perfect as it can get. Let's see if he does it. It's a 103.315.
A lap.
Oh, that's a speed
What
one.
a lap.
That was
What
nuts.
a lap.
And now MV1.
6 minutes to go.
Look at MV1, goes and throws one down 2 at a 3.61. And then Drix is coming around the final corners. He's up on his best time too, and he validates the final corner. Oh, Drix would have been a 3.164. A 103.164 without an invalidation.
Oh my days.
So, keep that one in mind. That's where we're looking at as the top.
That was a 103.1?
As a 103.1 without invalid. If he didn't invalidate, yep. Watch out. Sebi
Now,
says Sebi did tier 2. Sebi, after that time, I think that'd be a little scary if I was in the lobby too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm on DeFi.
I mean, we've got a good 5 minutes left of quali, I think.
Yep. It's easy enough time for you to get in, regain, and then get back out there easily. Because the lap time is so short. Like, even DeFi right now, he's just starting a hot lap. He could finish this lap, get back in, and still do another one, I think. Like, you got tons of time still. Because of how short this lap is, you can get through so many. Like, I went and did, I think, 4 qualifying laps and had room. I had margin.
Yeah, I did a lap, a banker lap, wasn't great. I came in, I went out and scrubbed softs, went half a second quicker, and then made an absolute horse's behind of my final run.
DeFi cooked that
invalidated, lap. Went round again, and then invalidated on the final couple of corners. Absolute shock.
Now, you had said the top 10 was 3 tenths, which it still is, but do you know what the top 16 is? Half a second.
Top 16 is half a second.
Half a second, right
honestly,
now,
it's wild. And I the reason I predicted it is because it's a short lap, and I've seen what these guys can do over the course of the last few weeks.
Yep.
You know, it's been tight. It's been tight over the last few weeks on longer tracks. And this track, especially when it's dry, just produces some quick times.
Also, Stig is upset. If you're looking at the chat, this is hilarious. He says, "I'm still within a second, and I'm still last after improving. What happened?"
Prayers for Stig, says Pogs. Prayers for Stig.
Wow.
Prayers for Stig.
So Marcus
Come on,
Lips
Stig.
Wait, Sebi. No way. A 28.2 second sector? That's disgusting. So Marcus Libs, he's making up the most time in Sector 2, probably over everybody else. I bet you his turn 3 is just as perfect as it could get. That's really where you make or break your lap, for sure, if you're relying on Sector 2. Now, we got Greybush and Snaky going out early. This will be their final runs. We're into that final run territory. Everybody else that's out there right now, if you're still on track and you're not on an out lap, you're on an in lap, you might be able to get one more. But other than that, that's it.
Yellow Snowman is almost a 10th up, coming around the final corner.
Yep.
Goes a 10th. Goes a 10th up to 13th.
That's a good lap. He's 1/1000th away from our Wolfer.
Exact time. Exact same time as Wolfer.
No, it's 1/1000th. 1/1000th. 705 or 706.
I've got it at plus 39.
Wait, what do you see for Yellow Snowman?
They're both plus 390 for me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because there's an extra digit when you go fastest lap. When you go leader, they're both exactly the same.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. That is nuts. Yeah, these gaps are insane. Testarossa says, these gaps, man, what the heck? Sketchable said, gain a 10th in half 16th, and it just makes me to 14th. Yep, that's correct. That's how it works. Now you're back to 15th as well. Yeah, it's insane. These gaps are about as tight as it could ever get. Now, the whole grid is separated by less than a second. It's 9/10 for the entire grid. Now, though, we do have some drivers out there on out laps right here. Yellow Snowman, he will not be doing another lap. That is the best he's got for the night. And he's the only one who won't be able to do another lap. He's done. Everybody else is out there doing laps. Supply Raptor is on one. Snaky is on one. Snaky's pretty close to the end of his. And Greybush is not quite. So I'm going to go ahead and watch Snaky and see if he comes across the line ahead. Right now, he's actually down on his best time going into Sector 2. So if he has a blistering Sector 3, it's a really solid corner. Oh, big mistake. Snaky goes wide. That's it for Snaky. Best he'll have is a 103.655. Still valiant effort for him. He had to push it all on the line to get that time. Drix RL right now, he is a potential favorite for pole at this current moment. He's already up on a Sector 1 time. Not by a whole ton. A bit of a sloppy turn 3, if you ask me, though. Not his best for sure, so I think he's not going to be feeling too good about that corner right there. But he's hoping that his teammate, Mr. Marcus Libs, might give him a little bit of a draft at some point. Huge slide through turn 4. He's in 5. He's pushing so hard. Let's see how he's doing when he comes across the sector marker, which will be right after this next corner. I don't know if he's up or down. I mean, he had 2 big mistakes. How is he still up, dude?
Still up. He's still up. And that was huge, right?
That
was a big mistake.
Yeah. But he's got crazy traffic in the final corners.
Oh, no! Drix drives into the back of the other car! The wing is gone. There may well be a penalty there.
Oh, my gosh. I think that was DeFi as well.
Wow. Was it an Alpha Tauri?
It was Alfa Romeo, and it was DeFi. And that means that Marcus Libs, currently sitting on pole, needs to do even better, honestly, to confirm that he's got this pole, because he's got people like MV1, Xylo, Arcadia, Dougie Falcons, Giants fan, and Double A's, I'm sure, all challenging him on these next few laps. So he's going to be in a rough spot. Drix, though, was almost certainly going to be improving his time and potentially challenging for that pole position spot. But now he's got the best.
And Marcus
is off.
Invalidated by Marcus.
So that's the best he's going to have, too. They're pushing as hard as they can. Double A's found himself into second, but he's not able to eclipse the first place time. Xylo is off on his best time as well. Giants fan is off on his best time as well. He's done. Arcadia.
MV1 is 2/10 up.
Oh, my gosh.
MV1 is 2/10 up. Penultimate corner.
And he goes super wide. He's invalidated.
He's invalidated. No.
Second last corner. What? Everyone's invalidating these final laps. Are we going to have this as our final order? DeFi takes it away after causing a penalty, though.
103.2.
Oh, Drix is not going to be happy about that one, as DeFi is definitely the one that he rear-ended going into the second last corner. But Dougie Falcons is up as well. He's currently at 103.5. That's only 3/10 away from pole, and he's currently sitting in 12th outside of the top 10. He needs to have a really good final sector, but it looked pretty solid, about as quick as you can get. Once he got here, he's going to come across the line at 103.4.
Xylo invalidates. Oh, wow.
No better from Dougie Falcons either, and Giants fan has done as well. That's qualifying. Stick gets DQ'd from session for driving the wrong way on the final corner. He must have spun coming out of it.
Oh my days. What? That is the most exciting qualification session we've had all season.
Wow.
That is the most
Holy
exciting qualification
smokes.
session we've had all season, for sure.
The final bits, dude, everyone was just invalidating left and right and left and right. Oh my
Because these
gosh.
guys are pushing so hard.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, look at those
These
gaps,
guys,
dude.
oh, DeFi's got the 5-grid place penalty as well.
Yep.
So it's Marcus Libbs who's going to be on pole position.
Wow. And then that means Double A is going to start behind him. MV1 will start behind him. Drix will start behind him. And then DeFi gets in there. And then he'll be in front of Xylo, who will be... Oh, sorry, no. Xylo will still be in 5th. DeFi will go to 6th. And then Giants fan, Arcadia, Sketchable, Jack, and Dougie Falcons. You said 3/10 separating the top 10. It was 2/10. 3/10 expands all the way to 13th almost. The whole grid separated by 8/10. If you take away Sebi, it's half a second for the top 18.
Incredible.
Half a second.
Incredible. And that is testament to the skill of our elite drivers here.
Yeah, I know, dude. Wow, that's insane.
Unbelievable.
Now, this is going to be a bit of a contentious first lap, though. Keep in mind, because remember, DeFi, he's going to feel a little bit hard done by because of the fact he definitely did get the pole position time, but he gets a 5-second grid penalty, as you know, as well as Master Turtle did as well. And then DeFi also definitely made some contact with Drix, who probably could have had that pole position from him. I think he may have had more than that. So this will be contentious turn 1 for sure, because DeFi and Drix are right next to each other on the start. So just something to pay attention to.
Those were the guys where the incident occurred, right?
Correct. Yes. Now I'm hearing that we have rain at the very end. Otherwise, it's a dry race. So we might have the last 5 laps go rainy, and if we get safety cars before that, it could be the last 10 potentially, depending on how much delay there is for our safety cars.
Much preferred dry, wet, dry.
I know, right? If only we could have gotten some variability. It's a
You know
shame,
what?
but you know what? We'll work with this.
That was last week. Last week's race, when slicks, inters, wets, inters, it was wild.
It was nuts. I'm getting myself a little drink of water because I know this turn 1 action, I'm going to be losing my voice. I'm sure the drivers will be getting ready to go. Oh, there it is. I hear the countdown. Here we go, everybody.
Oh, do you? I don't.
It's very faint. And there it is. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights are on. And they are off. And it's race time, and a real long launch for all these guys to wait for it, but Double A's does not get the launch he needs. MV1 right alongside him, and Marcus Libbs clear into turn 1. Going to be totally fine. Little bit of potential contact with an Aston Martin and an Alfa Romeo, but it looks like the Ferrari of MV1 had to go super wide to avoid all the problems. Drix already moving up, coming out of turn 1 through the kink of 2, and he's going to have the lead going into 3. Easily done and dusted. He's all the way up into 4th now. Big smoke behind, though. So far, nobody totally crashing out, which is pretty impressive, but there could be some debris left on the track here and there. But, I mean, all the guys actually making it through lap 1 quite impressively. Drix all the way up into 3rd now. He's going to have a drag race down the line into turn 4, and he's going to easily be in front of that. That's an Aston Martin having to check up big time for the Ferrari, sitting in 5th and 6th. That's the Aston Martin Xylo. He might have lost a wing, actually, right there. He's looking a little bit slow. Now he's all the way down to 8th. Losing some time. Oh, yeah, really slow into that corner. He might have some wing damage, so watch out for Xylo. Potential early pit stop. He's got an Alfa Romeo, or an Alpha Tauri on his butt, wants to get through. That's Supply Raptor reserving for the night, sitting in 9th. But so far, a pretty solid start with the Ferrari sitting in 5th and 6th, Aston Martin, or the Alfa Romeo of DeFi in 4th, Drix in 3rd, Double A's in 2nd, and Marcus Libbs leading into Austria's lap 1. What a start. Whoa.
Yeah, what a great start. I think the kudos has to go to all the drivers for getting through without any yellow flags.
Yeah. Is this the first tier to get through lap 1 without yellow flags of the day?
Unbelievable.
That's unbelievable.
Not just turn 1, but turn 3, please.
Turn all of them. Every single one they got through. That's impressive. Now, there is still potentiality for some craziness going to turn 3, as the camera's not going to be a great angle. It's a Haas and a Red Bull going side by side. It looks like it's El Taco Jack and Snakey right next to each other. We don't see Estenba. So Rich Sebi took over Estenba's spot after last week's win. So yeah, Estenba is not racing tonight, unfortunate for him. But you know what? Ooh, it's a big dive from Aston Martin. Actually, I think it might be Xylo. Yeah, it is. Good move from Xylo. He's up into it. He's sitting in 9th, but he's lost 4 positions. Biggest gainer of the race so far is Supply Wrapper, up 4. Biggest loser is actually Greybush, down 6. So really unfortunate start for Greybush. The gaps, none of them are outside of DRS except for Double A's has almost been gapped by Marcus Lips. That's it. Oh my gosh, Marcus Lips is almost gapped out Double A's? Excuse me?
Yeah, and there he goes out of DRS range.
What? All these guys starting on mediums and hards, except for 2 drivers, Reg, Sebi, and Greybush, who were pretty far in the back already, starting on softs. But otherwise, it's pretty consistent up and down the grid. Wow. That's impressive. Oh, looks like Xylo and Sketchybull had a little bit of a move. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty easy move right there, actually. And then El Taco Jack trying to find his way through, but he just doesn't quite have it. He's almost a full second away from Xylo, losing time as well. He sits in 11th. Nowhere near what he's used to. He's used to being a top 10 contender. Xylo, though, looking for a potential dive into 5. Not going to take it, though. That Mercedes is making himself a little bit too wide, so he can't find his way through. Up in the front, looks like Double A's has found some new pace. He's up into second.
A little bit of contact.
Ooh, from who?
Between the Red Bull of Sebi and Don't Blink.
Oh, no.
Fighting for 15th, 14th.
Yeah, I see them. In fact, Don't Blink is really fighting it. He's got Stig on his outside, who does not want to give this one up. Stig saying, like, hey, this is my first fight in a long time. Please let me live. They're side-by-side through the curbing. This is so scary. They're really, really next to each other. They could easily tangle each other up on wings or on wheels. Stig not wanting to give it up. He has to give it up. Gets a 3-second for his troubles. I'm sure he'll want to submit that to the stewards and potentially get that removed. That was only done to avoid collision, so you know what? Fair play. Though that is Stig now down to 17th. He's doing a good job to hold on, though, and still within DRS range of everybody else. The only one who's out of it potentially is Dougie Falcons. But at the front, Double A's and Drix swapping places into turn 3, and it's a McLaren 1-2 on lap 4. I'm not excited.
Please.
You're excited.
Hide your enthusiasm.
I know, right? I just haven't seen that all season, so this is kind of crazy. No, I mean, honestly, like, so far, these first few laps have been pretty solid. What have you been seeing a little bit farther down the grid? As, you know, everyone's still in DRS. It's one big train.
Yeah, there's just a huge battle going on right now. Everybody is so close. As off goes El Taco Jack into the barrier.
Yeah, he's into the barrier, and he's easily got it, you know, an easy rejoin for sure, which is nice. But that's a safety car.
Versus onto the track. Safety car. Oh my word.
Oh wow. Yeah, sometimes when there's a collision like that, it will cause a safety car. So now we're finally under safety car conditions, and Xylo takes opportunity pit. Guarantee he has a wing change. Like I mentioned earlier on, I think I mentioned to you, it looked like he may have damaged his wing. So go ahead. We're gonna watch his pit stop. Let's see if he pops on a new wing. I think he will. Yeah, he will. I knew it. He had just enough of a checkup. He seemed slow, so that makes sense. Lucky enough, Yellow Snowman won't need to pit as well, so there's no double stacking going on for that garage, the Aston Martins. He'll lose a few positions for sure, but you know what? He can lick those wounds and get back out there and start charging up the field. The one who's really going to be happy by that safety car is this guy in the back, Master Turtle. I'll talk to Jack, obviously, getting a new wing as well, but Turtle now actually back in this race. Otherwise, he would have been out of it without the safety car.
Yeah, for sure. An interesting first 4 laps.
Silly.
McLaren dominance thus far.
But the Ferraris, check them out. They're sitting in 5th and 6th, consistent.
Yeah, Ferraris.
Laps for them.
And let's not count DeFi there, making advantage of it. You know, he had a 5 grid place penalty during qualification up into P4.
Yeah.
We've got the 2 Williams in P3 and P7. So there's some strong team performances here for sure.
That's true. That's a very good point. Now, take a look at tires as well. Everybody south of 13th place are all on fresh tires. That's Turtle had pit 2 laps earlier, so he had already gotten a fresh set of tires. It looks like he had been pushed off, unfortunately, and yeah, it happens, man. Obviously, Turtle, make sure you throw that one in an incident report if you think that it is malicious or deserves a report. Otherwise, you know, go keep on keeping on. Only one with the penalty right now is Stig with those 3 seconds from that one corner cut. I remember watching him as we were on board when that happened. And then other than that, we're pretty stuck into this race right here. My gosh, Rage Quit, this is it's gonna get pretty tight on this restart. What do you think, though? The 2 McLaren drivers are thinking leading the race. Do you think they're gonna play strategy, or is it just a scrap for the lead?
Knowing Drix, I think it'll be a scrap. Drix likes to win. We know that. What I'm really interested in now is all these guys who've changed onto those medium tires with 30 laps of the race to go. They're definitely going to have to dive in again later on.
Yeah. I feel like, though, you couldn't make the hards go either. So it was just a kind of like may as well take the faster tire and see if we can get lucky with another safety car.
So what about Don't Blink Stig and Jack then? I mean, obviously, Jack had to come in because he had that damage.
They may have been
after
on,
that
they may have
collision.
already been on mediums.
Yeah, I just find it interesting that some of the guys have decided to dive in the pits that didn't perhaps have damage. I might have gone for track position this early and hope there was another safety car later on down the line, perhaps. I don't know.
Could be it.
It's just definitely made it a two-stop race for those guys, and the guys out in front, possibly a one-stop race.
Yeah, you can make one stop work. It's going to be tough for sure. These tires do get scrubbed out, but you can do it. Remember, also, they're kind of waiting on that rain because everyone's going to have to stop when the rain comes anyway. So
Sure.
those that are on hards are kind of hoping that they're going to be able to last it to the rain. Those that are on mediums are hoping the rain's going to come sooner. And those that just put on the new mediums are saying, that'll definitely take me to the rain. And the hards
Yeah,
are just
I
covering
guess.
off, I'm guessing. Now, Drix has went ahead and gotten us going a little bit early, actually. On the way into the second to last quarter, he's already gotten us going because he slowed down pretty big time under that safety car down to about 25 miles an hour, so he can get a really good run out of it. That did mean, though, he had 4 corners to make up. Oh, sorry, Marcus Libbs, excuse me. It did mean he had 4 corners to make up some pace, and it worked out well for him. He has gapped out his teammate, but DeFi looking righty quick on that restart. But losing a little bit of time coming out of turn 1. Double A's, though, not losing any time. He's going to stay behind Drix, who all of these guys in the front bit are not burning any energy. They're just keep on keeping on, and there's a Ferrari almost made a dive on it. In fact, the Ferrari of Arcadia looking like he's got an inside line now because he's got DeFi a little bit scared.
Zylo making a move on Sebi.
Down there. Oh, yeah, he made it done, too.
14.
Now, Supply Raptor, here's one that I'm going to see for sure happen. Supply on Sketchy Bull. Easy pass for him going into turn 5.
Big dive from Dougie as well. Big dive from Dougie into turn 4.
Whoa.
Makes the move on Wolfer.
Okay, Dougie. Supply Raptor and Sketchy Bull also had a little bit of a fight, but Sketchy Bull found a way to hold it on the outside, so great racing from him. It's a tough spot to hold it for sure, but, you know, he did a good job to just keep that 8th place position. He's not feeling super confident here in Tier 1, but I don't know why. He's doing a great job tonight. However, he and Supply Raptor are both under pressure from Snakey. Actually, then Supply Raptor making a huge mistake. Snakey. Oh, that was probably opportunistic and extremely brave. Supply Raptor had a big mistake into the second last corner. Dougie Falcon's going to try to take advantage of it as well. He'll take the inside line going to turn 1. Supply Raptor covering off as much as he can, but it's very clean racing through turn 1. Quite impressive for the two of those drivers to be able to make it through unscathed. And it looks like Supply Raptor's just going to have to relegate and let him have it. But our Wolfer wants to come back on Zylo now, take the outside line. Zylo, huge dive on the inside of the AlphaTauri as well. Oh, it's a little bit of contact, but not too much. Zylo barges his way through, gets in front of Supply Raptor as well. Zylo's on a mission.
Good move.
Wow.
Good move.
Yeah, I
like
think so
that.
too. It was just
I like that aggression.
Yeah.
It was aggression, but not.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It was like just
not
enough
too
to
much
the point.
aggression.
Yeah, just enough. Just enough. Sweet. Are you taking a look at these front runners, man? This is tight up here at the top 4. DeFi has a good chance of causing Double A's some trouble. And, you know, they got to be careful because if they cause each other too much trouble, they're going to lose touch with these two McLarens in the front. So they can't be too aggressive with each other, but they also definitely want to each get that position. They're fighting for a podium.
Yeah, you almost want to work together, right?
Yeah, but it's so hard because, like, you're working together with a team, with an opponent, right? Like, you also don't want to work together because it's an opponent.
Yeah, but that's the difference between some of the guys who have got track intelligence and some of the guys who don't.
Oh, speaking of potentially working together, Double A's thought about a move. Oh, look at DeFi actually takes the outside line on the other side of Double A's as Double A's thought about making an inside dive on Drix. DeFi had to back out of that one, but it could have been a move. Sketchy Bull looking like he's going to get overtaken by Dougie Falcons, but maybe not, actually, as the run coming out of that corner was way better. But then there's Zylo, who wants to take an inside line on both of them. Can't find his way through. He's just stuck there in 10th. Cannot find his way up. He's looking frustrated, isn't he?
Yeah, already. And I know Zylo. You know, we know Zylo from previous experiences. Got some good pace.
Really good. Yeah, he needs to find something in there, but now it looks like Sketchy Bull, Dougie Falcons, and Zylo are the stop of the DRS train for the front runners. Sketchy Bull is 1.4 seconds away as he's stuck in this fight. Snakey catches 3. Goes a little bit wide going into the second last corner. And there's a big dive right there from Dougie Falcons. He'll easily get past Sketchy Bull going into turn 1. Oh, look at Sketchy Bull, a huge switchback.
Switchback.
That was mega, and Zylo wants to take advantage of both of them. think
Zylo taking advantage.
I think he might get both. He's got 8% energy, though. He's really low. Late on the break for Zylo. Can he make that one? I think that's fair stick. Wow, Zylo.
Yeah.
And it's just such a scrap right here for 10th. Like, these guys are fighting like it's for the win, man. Snakey's up into it, too. Supply Raptor has a great first-person view of it. He can see it with the popcorn view. And it's a bit of a collision between the Alpine and the Mercedes, but they just make it out alive. And it's just letting Zylo run away with this one. Let's go ahead and take a look back at the front runners as MV1, DeFi are both in pretty solid touching distance of Arcadia, who's lost out some time to Double A's, but he did get in front of DeFi, so Arcadia looking pretty solid for that 4th spot right there. And Double A is obviously just holding steady. I don't think MV1's going to hold steady, though. Look at him. He's charging up on DeFi. Wow, man. Oh, Sketchy Bull. Oh, and Sebi's out now.
Sebi's, no!
He's right there on the right side of the track. That's a full safety car. Sketchy Bull and Sebi both collide with each other. I'm sure that had something to do with it. Sebi out of the race. He was doing so good, too. Oh, man, I'm curious exactly what happened. He seems not very happy in the chat. Unfortunate. That's our safety car, number 2 of the race. Marcus Libs and Drix still leading at Double A's. Arcadia, DeFi make out the rest of the top 5. What do you think happened there with Sebi?
I don't know, mate. I looked. I think he was in contention around that Don't Blink Master Turtle area. Not throwing names at incidents, but he was in and around that 14th, 15th, 16th area. I think he's got squeezed coming out the final turn. And we know what happens on that final turn. If you get out of shape on that final turn, you do end up going 45, 30, 60, 80, 90 degrees right into the wall. And do you know what? Didn't look too much of an issue. It didn't look too much of an impact, but one of the wheels is off and your race is done.
Yeah, it's brutal. That corner can really just totally take you out. Looks like we got Marcus Libs diving into the pits. Drix stays out though, so they're having to swap. They're having to swap strategies. Very interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look at these tires. What they're putting on right here. Marcus Libs is going to be putting on hards to take it to potentially the end and a really late rain. And Drix feels confident to stay on those mediums though. Dougie Falcons though will help cover him off along with El Taco Jack Stig. I think Drix, even though yes he's on slower tires, worse tires, excuse me. I think he'll still be faster than Dougie, Jack, and Stig, which is kind of what he needs because he needs just really the only Marcus Libs to cut through that field, and then the rest of them to get the rest of them to hold up Double A's. But I just don't see that happening.
I mean, I know we're under safety car, but let's have a quick shout out for Stig as well, by the way.
Yes, absolutely.
You know
He's found
what?
his way up here.
He's gone for track position. He's on the hard tire. So he's done. He's obviously changed from the medium to the hard. Only 7 laps old, same as Jack.
Yep.
I'd be interested to see how Stig is going to defend against Marcus on the fresher tire. And let's be honest, Marcus is the quicker driver right now. We've got Double A's on the medium tire, fresh.
We got Stig in the chat saying, "I'm a die. I'm sorry for everyone behind me. Good luck, Stig."
Stig, just do it for tier 2, brother. Do it for tier 2.
Good luck to all these drivers. Drix will be launching us right here. Last time around, Marcus Libs had already had us going, and Drix follows the same strategy, gets us going a little bit earlier. That's surprising that the safety car came in that quick, though. I thought it would stay out for one more lap, but it did not. So let's talk with Jack. Goes pretty solid on that restart. Marcus Libs, though, remember, he's the one to watch. And how long will it take him to catch back up to these front runners? Watch the way that he goes through turn 1. He had 5/10 going into that corner. He's now at 3. That's crazy. Dougie Falcons, though, like I said, I thought that Drix might have the pace advantage, even on the worst tires, but I think Dougie Falcons might be trying to prove me wrong. He's only 2/10 out right now. Marcus Libs playing a very cautious way into turn 3. Smart. Not the time to ruin or win the race right here. Zylo, though, gets in front of DeFi opportunistically into turn 3. So he makes a position up. He's now into 8th. And at the front, it's still Drix holding off Dougie Falcons with El Taco Jack behind that and Stig behind that. And then Marcus Libs on those fresh tires looking for a way through these hard runners. What do you think? What do you think how long until he makes a move for this?
Dougie?
I'm saying Dougie and also Marcus Libs. Those two, I think, are the ones that are in good potentiality to make moves.
I would expect Marcus to make a move from turn 1 through the curve at turn 2 into turn 3 on the next lap. That's what I would expect. And Dougie, I think Dougie will probably be better kind of holding himself behind Drix right now. I don't expect Dougie to make a move down this straight, but as we can see, there is not 1 second until you get down to Yellow Snowman in P17. Everybody is nipping and tucking as, just as I say it, Dougie makes a move on Drix into turn 1 and takes the lead of the race.
Yeah, and there's El Taco Jack trying to get alongside Stig, who Stig actually defended so well against Marcus Libs. He ended up making a position, but now El Taco Jack tries to take the outside line. Will be a solid outside line, but Stig's going to fight him back for that one for sure. Jack almost getting pushed all the way off to the edge, and Marcus Libs just got popcorn out, and he's watching this one go down. There, oh, they collide. I knew it was going to happen. Marcus has to go wide on that one, and there it is. That's Marcus Libs, and that's Defiant Jack getting collected.
Jack!
No,
Safety
Jack!
car. Surely a full safety car. Surely a full safety
It's a
car.
virtual. It's a virtual. No way.
Virtual. Wow.
Jack and Stig.
Okay.
Yeah.
Giants fan back.
Oh, there's the full safety car. It came out. Jack and Stig. Alongside Jack. Unfortunately, in another incident here in Moose Racing League. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. And
now, turn 5 stroke 6 is a difficult one to get right when you're side by side.
It's really
so
tough.
we'll have to see whether or not Stig left enough room on the inside, because it looked like the tires came together. It didn't look like Jack was too close to the inside. It looked more like contact rather than Jack getting squeezed, I have to be honest.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's just one of those where probably not the best spot to do it. Now, Giants fan, unfortunately, under AI, his AI pitted him for the same old hards that he was already on beforehand. I don't understand that one, but his AI just put him back on 11-lap old hards. But yeah, the room looked okay on my end. Honestly, I think it may have just been one of those racing incidents, dude. And that's brutal. That is brutal.
Yeah.
And the racing incident to get DeFi out.
The incident will get put through.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Yeah. But Giants fans, AI has absolutely ruined him for sure. Right now, though, the leader, Dougie Falcons, is going in. Marcus Libs back in the lead. Drix went in quickly. He will actually potentially benefit because everyone else is going to have to go. He needs Marcus Libs to catch up to that safety car as quick as possible.
Let's not forget, by the way, remember Giants fan from last week, the shenanigans that he had to deal with, 5-second penalties, drive-throughs, and he still produced a performance.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Oh, my word.
What happened?
Dougie Falcons comes out of the pit lane and clashes tires with Yellow Snowmen.
Oh, whoa.
That could have been horrific, by the way.
Yikers. Yeah, who, oh no, the hard part is, on the exit of a pit lane, even during safety car, you're still racing, technically.
You're still racing, but I'm not sure where the white line was.
Oof, that's going to get sent to the stewards, I'm sure.
No penalties came out.
And it looks like no broken wings either. I didn't see any debris.
No,
so.
we're very lucky to have no broken wings, by the way, having watched the contact.
Yikes. Well, that
because Dougie came out of the pit lane and steered left.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, well, hey, take a look at this for Dougie Falcons. He is sitting in 8th on new mediums. And and the next person on new mediums or new tires is double A's behind him in 13th. Drix is on new hards in 12th. He's in a really good spot. He's got 4 cars behind him to defend against the next new tires. Or sorry, 3 cars if you count Drix.
Drix is taking those things all the way if he can.
Yeah,
although
he definitely will.
We do have the rain. We do have the rain. I keep forgetting about the rain.
And the thing is, we keep getting more safety cars, so the rain might come even quicker. It might come around lap 25. You never know. However, I just don't see any in the sky. I mean, I'm saying that now, and probably less than 5 minutes from now, it's going to be totally gray, right?
And I think right now, if safety car comes out in 10 laps, I think all these guys can take all their tires. Stig, I think you can take those tires to the safety car, to the rain brake.
You could. Now, keep in mind though, we are on. This is on safety car number 3, right?
Yeah.
So 2 more left. And we're only halfway through.
Sure.
Not even quite. We got one more lap until we're halfway. So it sounds like Double A's also had a bit of a problem. The Williams garage is getting stuck with some tough problems. Double A's, I guess he went under AI to go invite Giants fan, and his AI hit the safety car.
Love that. I love that.
Dude. Wow.
Guys racing, don't worry. As long as me as co-coms is connected to these guys, I can invite them.
Yeah, I know a lot of these guys want to invite their teammates rather than put the burden on you, which I appreciate, but unfortunately, it's, ended up not working out super well for him. Now we've got safety car going in, and once again, Marcus Libs is slowing down the pack early to get these guys, restarted on his terms. He's got Stig defending everybody behind him except for Arcadia, who will be on him and looking for a win tonight, I guarantee you. Let's see what Marcus Libs is planning to do. Ooh, he's just...
I have to say, Pudgy, these safety car restarts at this track,
they're scary.
Are particularly terrifying.
Look at that launch. Oh, dude, 6/10. He caught him full napping. And, by the way, Yellow Snowman and Sketchy Bull are right next to each other. I just wanted to mention that one more time. Arcadia lost 5/10 on that restart. And Stig also full nap. Supply Raptor already looking for a move going into turn 1. Oh, yeah, he's not going to want to lose out to this one. But Stig's going to want to try to hold off the outside for sure. He just can't. And that's going to be a Ferrari of MV1 looking for the inside line, too. Oh, and in fact, he hit Stig fully.
Oh, Stig gone.
Oh, no, I
Stig.
watched that one. That did not look good from the perspective of the Ferrari. Oh, man.
Was that MV1?
That was MV1. I don't know if it was MV1's fault. We're going to find out for sure in the post-race, penalties in the steward's room. But just from that POV, it looked like Stig had the outside line. MV1 just went a little bit too wide, put Stig onto the rumble bits on the outside, and then just hit him off to the left. I have been in that scenario where I've been in the outside car and actually done that before, too. And it's easy to do.
Yeah, certainly. And you know what? Of all the tracks in all the world, Turn 1 rumble strips at Austria are some of the worst.
They're so gnarly.
They're some of the worst.
Yeah, it's really hard.
You either have to have 100 ride heights and hope for the best, or
and the
just
softest suspension of all time as well, too, because it's like
sure.
you got to be high up, but you basically may as well be driving a G-Wagon out there if you want to stay stable, because you're crazy.
Those rumble strips at Turn 1 are horrific.
Yep. Now, speaking of Turn 1, Marcus Libs did not quite get the best run coming out of that virtual safety car, but Arcadia is right up on him. He's right behind it. Supply Raptor sitting in 3rd, MV1 into 4th, R Wolfer into 5th, Dougie Falcons in 6th, Match Turtle in 7th, Sketchable in 8th, his teammate Don't Blink in 9th, and Yellow Snowman in 10th. A little bit of movement up in front. Looks like R Wolfer, Dougie Falcons. Oh my God, they're going 3 wide.
Aston Martins coming together.
And Drix on the outside of all of it.
Past Yellow Snowman. Yellow Snowman loses multiple positions. Double A's, Drix, and Xylo.
Yep, Drix actually just got kind of caught in like the worst spot possible. A bit of a lockup on the rear tires as well going into Turn 5 right there. So he's going to have to try to find a way to regain. He's in a tough spot for sure. Now the DRS ranges have all closed up except for Sketchy Bull and Don't Blink. They're right up on the edges of losing DRS. Arcadia still in 3/10 away from Marcus Libs. The top 4 drivers all on older tires, but Dougie Falcons on 3-lap old mediums. Can he make that advantage work for him? Or do those guys in front of him just have his number when it comes to the pace for the night? The laps will tell for sure. DRS is enabled. We're going to find out right here coming down Turn 3. How's Arcadia going to handle this exit as compared to Marcus Libs? A bit of a better exit from Libs, but not by a lot. Arcadia thinking about turning on that ERS, decides not to burn it, and Marcus Libs basically saying, go ahead. I'll sit behind you and let you take it, and I will take that DRS back from you. Honestly, smart move from Libs. He says, you know what? There's no point in me fighting it. It's just going to slow us down. It's a better chance of an incident. Let's go ahead and just work it like this. And Libs might even take a move on the
move before the DRS zone.
Yeah, he had
I thought he'd done it after the DRS zone, so picked up a double DRS, but he didn't. He made the move too quick.
Correct. That was on Marcus Libs slowing it down a little bit to let him have it. Now, he's still just going to hang out behind him. If Arcadia has the pace on him, I know Marcus, he's not going to try to fight it too much. He's just going to say, hey, let's work it. Let's just try to stay ahead of these medium runners who are right behind us, breathing down our necks. That medium runner, the one who's breathing down his neck the most, is Supply Raptor, with MV1 right behind that as well. And Dougie Falcons still, remember, fresher tires in 5th. It's crazy how these laps are so fast, man. Like, it feels like we just started the last lap only a minute ago, because we literally did just barely a minute ago. They're so
Yeah, I mean, the
fast.
fastest lap's already is into the low.
There it is.
Well, there you go, Giants fan.
6-0.
Low sixes.
Yeah.
Six flat from Giants fan.
It's crazy. Marcus Libbs looked like he wants to make a pass here. He's going to do it a little bit later, potentially. He stays behind, actually. Interesting. And Supply Raptor, getting a little bit tossy-turvy with him. In fact, that let Dougie Falcons find his way in front of MV1 because MV1 had to check up behind him, and that means Supply Raptor loses time. Dougie Falcons taking a look on the outside here into turn 5. He's going to want it. And that's a late break from Supply Raptor. MV1 just barely gets the door closed on him by Dougie Falcons as well, but Dougie Falcons with the great run coming out of turn 5. Takes to the outside right there into 6, and that's a bit of a slidey little bit looking grip right there from Supply Raptor. Dougie has to stay behind. Looking for switchbacks left and right, but just doesn't have them. And again, that exit speed of Arcadia coming out of turn 1, I think is why he's been able to hold the lead still. Because the DRS advantage is to Marcus Libbs.
Yeah, Sketchy Bull catches 3 further on down the field.
So does Xylo.
And Xylo.
Man, that's tough. Yeah, I'm curious what these guys are going to do. You know, this top 6 group.
Drix into the pits.
I think he might have wing damage, I bet you. There's no reason why he'd go into pits for no reason like that, you know? Oh, there's a big pass from Dougie Falcons.
Yeah,
easily done.
wing damage for Drix.
Side by side into turn 3 for Marcus Libbs in the Ferrari of Arcadia.
Drix onto the soft tire then.
Oh, wow.
The gap between now and rain, Drix has gone full send onto the soft tire.
That's, again, if the rain comes. I mean, look at those clouds. I'm not seeing hardly anything.
It's pretty sunny. I can't lie. It's sunny.
Yeah, right? I think I might have to go get my Ray-Bans right now.
You know?
If I was driving in this right now, I would be wearing my sunglasses and putting my visor down. Like, it is definitely still sunny out there. So I'm a little skeptical on that race actually coming. Right now, one thing that is for sure coming is the charging choo-choo train of Dougie Falcons. He is really cooking right now, trying to get in front of Arcadia as quick as he can. He wants to make this medium tire advantage work for himself. Honestly, at the end of this race, though, the mediums and the hards will be dead even tires. So realistically, he just needs to make that advantage work right now because he's got a 4-lap advantage on them for life. That's why he's pushing.
Yeah, there's definitely a short window. I think we've got 4 or 5 laps. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that was Arcadia. Actually hits a little bit of contact on Marcus Libbs. And this is a little bit scary right here. Going into turn 4. Some stuff can always happen, but Arcadia going to take that inside line. He's going to hold it. Marcus Libbs tries to take the outside grip. He has to be careful for sure, and he was careful just enough. Dougie Falcons smartly backed out of that one. He said, ooh, this looks a little bit dodgy. I'll stay away from that. Marcus Libbs stuck in the inside there through turn 6. Just has to stay back. Supply Raptor watching it all fall down too. What do you think's going on in the head of Supply Raptor? Think he's trying to make moves, or do you think he's just going to kind of see if they make some mistakes and get incidents?
I think Supply Raptor just has to stay in contention, stay close. I think he's looking at the guys battling out in front and thinking, one mistake from any of those guys. Worst position he picks up a place. Best. Those 3 guys all take each other out and he wins the he takes the lead of the race because they are weaving left, right, and center.
Yeah, it's true. And there goes Marcus Libbs with a huge dive. In fact, pretty easily done and dusted dive.
Contact between the Ferrari of MV and Supply Raptor.
Ooh.
No damage, though, I don't think. No damage to the Ferrari.
Yeah. There goes Drix with his fast lap, of course, on the softs. He's just praying for another safety car or that rain. That's his only hope to get back in this race because he's 20 seconds away. I mean, we do know him to have some insane pace, right? I feel like if there's anybody who could find a way to catch 20 seconds, it might be him. But even him against this grid, I don't know.
Yeah, it is a big ask on this grid. I know we've seen it previously with Drix, previous grids, but this is by far the quickest, tightest grid we've ever seen in MRL.
Yeah. I just don't see it happening quite yet. Right here, we got a little Williams inter-team battle. Double A's and Giants fan. They're working their way back up the field. They're sitting on fresher tires. They're same age as Dougie Falcons. And they're just slowly but surely chopping away. They got Master Turtle on some really old hards in front of him. Him being double A's, and so double A's is definitely going to be looking for a move sooner than later before those tire advantage falls off. A little bit farther up, though, we've got a bit of a close gap between MV1 and Supply Raptor, and of course Arcadia and Marcus Libbs, but Arcadia has to stay behind Marcus Libbs. Doesn't quite get the launch that he needs as well. Big dive, yeah, from Master Turtle double A's. Double A's thought about it. He almost got it done, but Master Turtle defends it well. Still DRS to defend as well, so I don't think it's going to be moved done for double A's quite yet.
MV1 on Supply Raptor, round turn 4.
Ooh.
Doesn't get the move done. Went too deep later on the brakes. Went to go around the outside, but Supply Raptor took the inside line. More traction, more grip. Oh, that's a bit of a desync.
You saw that one right there? Are you on MV1's POV?
Yeah. I thought they were both heading into the wall.
Same. It's a little scary. But hey, you know what? Luckily enough, no walls for them, just asphalt. And as of right now, the best on the asphalt is, of course, Marcus Libbs, still 4/10 ahead of Arcadia, but the DRS advantage is towards that Ferrari. And so Marcus Libbs in that McLaren, he needs to be careful. Coming out of turn 1, has to have the run of his life, and it's a good one. The DRS and ERS differential is also pretty big, too. Take a look. Arcadia burning a little bit of energy just to try to catch up. Think he's going to he's going to want to go through. And Marcus tried to game that pass so that way he could get it done where he could still get some DRS. But now Arcadia will have DRS to advantage himself. But Marcus Libbs had the track on the outside. It's going to be side-by-side still through this next corner. This is a scary corner to go side-by-side, but it's 3 wide.
3 wide, 3
Dougie
wide. 3 does not go into 1.
Wow, and Supply Raptor found his way in front of Marcus as well, as he just got shoved out by Dougie Falcons, who looked for a huge move into that corner.
And that's the mistake that Supply Raptor was waiting for that we talked about earlier on. Makes himself 1 position. Now 1/10 behind Arcadia.
Oh my gosh.
Is there going to be another mistake from the 2 tussling cars out in front? The Alpine of Dougie Falcons and that Ferrari of Arcadia.
Now remember, the ERS differential between all these guys. Dougie, 15%. Arcadia, 50%. Supply Raptor, 15% as well. Marcus, 75%.
We've said this about Marcus before, by the way, about how he manages that ERS.
Really good.
Not the first time we've had this conversation.
This is true, yeah. He covered off an inside line just in case that way MV1 couldn't find his way through. But definitely not too much to the point that he compromised himself. Stig said right before he DNF'd, Mark said rain in 15 minutes or so, which means it could still happen in the last few laps, and now it's starting to darken up out of nowhere. I just started to notice it. It's definitely getting a little bit darker, so, you know.
Yeah, for sure. And
9 laps.
I think that Stig DNF'd 10, 12 minutes ago, maybe. So rain might be incoming a little bit quicker than we think.
Could be.
Do you know what? If we get another 3 laps in and there's no rain, if it rains, I fully expect the guys out in front
to stay?
To stick.
Oh, dude, I hope they do. But
I think they'll stick.
That's also hard because then you could be someone like Drix where you know to make a bit of an earlier pit stop and get on some better tires and then charge up 20 seconds in 5 laps. Like, it's possible, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Somebody like Drix is already 15 seconds off the back. I don't know.
Arcadia and Dougie almost coming together. In fact, they do come together a little bit. Dougie fully pushing Arcadia off to the side. Dougie not wanting to give this one up without a fight, and Marcus Libbs is trying to be like Supply Raptor was and wait for the mistake. It could happen. Arcadia and Dougie Falcons are pushing. Dougie Falcons trying to take the outside, but then Arcadia looked for it, and he got it. Arcadia actually has the better traction, too. Dougie can't even catch back up. That was just a clean move from Arcadia.
I like he did a quick double move into turn 4.
Yeah.
Feinted to the outside, went to the inside. Beautiful move.
That's smart. And he definitely had Dougie, driving in his mirrors for a little bit too. So that's the way to do it. If you want to make a move like that stick and to try to do the fake, you've got to get them worried about it for at least a lap or 2 beforehand. And that was all about the preparation from Arcadia.
For sure.
Battles
I'm looking at right now, probably, I'm still got my eyes on these 2 Williams cars. Giants fan and double A's currently sat in P7 and P9. I'm expecting Giants fan to make a move on Master Turtle.
Watch out into turn 3 right now.
At some point.
Supply Raptor and Dougie, in fact, they have a little bit of a collision again. And that's actually Dougie and Supply Raptor getting so sideways that it forced Marcus Libbs into the back of Supply Raptor. Nothing he could do to avoid that one either. I don't think there's wing damage, but he's going to try to take the outside line now. They really need to catch up. They can't be fighting too much. And it's going to be a late, long outside move from Marcus Libbs. Put onto the gravel just a little bit, and it looks like that's Supply Raptor still holding the position. But wow, that's tight. Dougie Falcons really fighting this one hard, man.
Things you love to see. Things you love to see is these top 5 drivers right now. Let's just go. I'll tell you what, let's just go top 10 drivers.
Yeah.
All within DRS range of each other. fighting hard.
It's crazy.
On
You
lap
could barely even
29
tell.
of 36.
You could barely even tell where that snake ends between the top 10. There's Zyla having to go into pit. I'm curious what he's pitting for. Do I see raindrops?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Zyla's retired into the pits.
Let's jump on board with somebody.
I'm
Marcus
jumping on.
Libs up
Yeah.
into P3.
Yeah, easy pass on Supply Raptor. Marcus
I
has
don't
been
see
saving his energy
raindrops
for a while.
just yet. I don't see raindrops just yet. It is still quite cloudy.
I think it was some dirt is what I saw. I was just kind of hoping for it, honestly. Maybe that's wishful thinking. Marcus Libs has to have a heck of a next few laps though, because he's got 5/10 away. He had a good corner right there. He just gained about a 10th on Dougie and Arcadia. Arcadia actually holding up Dougie for him. Tire advantage is all starting to fall away for everybody. So now it's just going to be a scrap for the last 6 laps for that lead position. As of right now, the podium is set up by Arcadia and Dougie Falcons and Marcus Lids with Supply Raptor holding off steady, sitting in 4th, waiting for another mistake. He's already done it once. He might try to do it again. It's the same people ahead of him last time, but just in different orders. Double A's, though. Catches 3.
Ways. Yeah, I think the top 3 guys are pretty even on tires right now. 19, 19, 15. Feels like it should be pretty even in terms of grip.
Yep. It's just Supply Raptor is the one
guys
who's
behind. Not sure.
Yeah, Supply Raptor, everyone, and Wolf are all on 19 lap old mediums. They're starting to fall for sure. Marcus, again, covering off that inside line over Supply Raptor, who took the outside way, actually. And Supply Raptor just couldn't stick that one. So, in fact, he lost a lot of time on the exit, but Marcus did not. In fact, there's a make-me move from Dougie Falcons. Oh, he looked for it, but Arcadia covered it. Oh, man, it's mind games starting already. And remember, like I said, it takes a few laps to line up one of those mind game passes to make it work. Do you think
Yeah, for
Dougie's
sure.
trying to do one right now?
Yeah, you just have to keep in the mirrors of the car in front, put them under pressure, and test their mindset, test their mentality.
Yeah. The thing that I'm curious about, because of the fact you have to, line this up for quite a few laps in a row, is if you do it for too long, you end up kind of becoming the boy who cried wolf, and you fake too many times. There's Marcus Lips.
You also affect your own mentality as well.
This is correct. Now Marcus has
that mentality is like, can I get past this guy?
Yes. Yeah, that's a good point. I do want to mention something that Stig says. Marcus has a lot of ERS. He does. He's got 80%. He's waiting for a late race push. I think he needs to be smart about when he uses it, because Dougie's starting to save, and so is Arcadia. So I think all these 3 guys are realizing they need to save and just kind of wait for the final little bits of this big scrap. I think they all know that it's going to be a fight to the finish. Dougie Falcons again taking that outside look at it, but just doesn't have it. And Marcus Lips gets so close into 4. Nip and tuck at the actual definition of it tonight. You're right still, though. The top 10 are still in DRS. This is crazy. And none of them can make moves.
Stuff. It's crazy stuff. Well, Giants fan lost a position to Master Turtle, regained it back. He's now on the back of our Wolfer. Double A's with that penalty, by the way. 3 seconds.
Yeah, puts him out of the top 10.
At the minute, he's going to drop to 1 point on the grid. So Double A's has got work to do.
That's true. Now, Stig mentioned something that I didn't even notice. It sounds like Dougie Falcons might not even be using his DRS at the end of the 3rd straight. Oh, he thought about it. There it goes. Dougie just stays behind again. Wow, he's really saving it late. That is so unpredictable, because it looks like Dougie's trying to make it. But yeah, Dougie's not using DRS. Look at this. He doesn't have it on in this 3rd DRS straight. He's just catching off of raw pace and a better exit and realizing he has it. Yeah, that's a very interesting strat right there. I'm curious why he's not doing it. Maybe because he just doesn't want to make that pass quite yet. He doesn't want to have to lift. Wow. Or does he forget that it's even there?
Well,
it's 3 in a row, right?
Isn't it? Because it's not like you'll lose DRS. It's not a time thing.
Yeah. There's some strategy he's playing with it, but I'm just curious exactly what it is. I don't really fully know. I'm watching
now.
Yeah, Supply Raptor
Yeah,
right
now
behind
he's
him.
home. Now he's home.
Yeah, he's using it. He's just not using it on the 3rd one.
Oh, he's slowed it. He's closed it again. Closed it again.
Yeah, look at that. See?
Before the end of the straight. Interesting.
Oh, look at the huge run from Marcus Lips. That's an easy pass right there. He's going to try to take the outside line. Maybe not as easy as I thought, though, because Dougie's going to drop that ERS on it as well, and he's going to take the inside line. He's going to force Dougie to potentially make a move, but he doesn't do it again. Dougie once again breaks so early, and Marcus just, there's nothing for him to do. Really, Dougie is only fighting Marcus. He's not even fighting for Arcadia's place. And Dougie only turns on that DRS just to hold the position. He's going to have to be put in a difficult spot, and Dougie maybe going to be in a really tough spot. Dougie hits him. Oh, no. Dougie hits him bad.
Contact. There's a broken wing. Oh, my God. What was that?
Oh,
the AlphaTauri
no. That is bad.
Might need to check on the AlphaTauri.
Yeah, Supply Raptor just got stuck in the middle of that one. That's Marcus Libzo losing all of his wing for sure. He
Well,
looks very slow.
Supply Raptor reset to track.
Yeah, it did look like a reset, yeah. Wow, that is not good. That was a fight for the lead, for the win right there, and just not the way to do it. Dougie Falcons right now will still hold down second place, but that just means double A's, and Giants fan have found the way into third and fourth through all that carnage.
Marcus has lost his right end plate.
Yeah,
he's in turmoil. Supply Raptor dives into the pits. Drix picks up a 3-second penalty.
Wow. Wow. I was never expecting anything like that to happen. Ooh, there's a bit of a side-by-side battle between Turtle and our Wolfer, though.
All of a sudden, look at the two Williams, by the way.
I know, third and fourth. They found their way up into the fight. Oh, man. So, yeah, it looks like we might have a reset to track from Supply Raptor in that collision, and definitely a potential penalty from the Alpine. Who knows, though? It just looked like a bit of a mistake. Oh, there's the rain. There it is. It happens right now.
Arrived?
And Yellow Snowman's already on inters, but it's too little too late. They're going to have to, tough it out on slicks for one lap. If Arcadia can hold this thing off, he will become our next race winner here in Moose Racing League. That'd be mega for him as well. Definitely, I know he's going to want it, but Dougie Falcons is a whole second away as well. He might not even get DRS. He barely has it. Does he have damage? It doesn't look like it. Looks like his car is just fine, so he makes out all right. Man, that's tough right there for sure. Oh, dude, I was hoping that battle was going to go to the end, but unfortunately it's not. Now we're down to just a 3-horse battle, and Double A's is probably going to want to try to find his way through, but he just doesn't quite have the pace to catch up to that Alpine of Dougie Falcons, who is on equal tires to him as well. This rain is going to cause, looks like not quite enough trouble for any of these drivers to make big mistakes. Arcadia leading still through lap 36. He just has about 5 more corners to go until he is crowned a winner here in Moose Racing League's Tier 1. And oh, how sweet that win would be. Arcadia just needs to keep it stable through this treacherous condition, and he will have it done. These next 2 corners are going to be the really tough ones. The fast right-handers to close out the lap is where the biggest mistakes happen in these variable conditions. Can he handle it? He's going to play very cautious. You can see he's being very careful, and that's the right thing to do. Arcadia comes across the line as a race winner here tonight at Moose Racing League. Congratulations to Arcadia with the win. Dougie Falcons into second, and Giants fan somehow grabs third after starting so far back in his AI, messing up his race. Master Turtle to fourth, Double A's in fifth, MV1 in sixth, Wolfer in seventh, Sketchable in eighth, and Marcus Lives grabs ninth off of penalties with Graybush coming out, rounding out the top 10.
What a great race, man. Again, changeable conditions, but at the end,
wow.
I think that the strategy, you look at all the top guys, the top 12 guys, all on tires, done 20 laps plus. They were hanging on, no doubt, those medium runners. And I think absolutely the Arcadia 25 lap hards, those are the tires that have seen us home.
That is true. That's impressive, man. That is so impressive for all those guys to make those tires last so long, too. 25 laps and 20 laps on those mediums as well is hard. So congratulations to those guys just for that incredible performance, and overall a great race. Yellow Snowman trying the crazy strats to put on the inters at the very end. It didn't quite work out. But yes.
Yeah, he needed a downpour. He needed a downpour that last 5 minutes.
And it did not happen. Driver of the day given to Master Turtle after he had an unfortunate incident in qualifying where he lost some positions, but crazy drive for him. Yeah, an incredible recovery, like he says here in chat. He brought himself up into some really solid points as well, so great job from him. With a 27-lap stint, that's absolutely mega. He ended up getting himself into fourth just outside the podiums by 3 seconds as well. Wow, outside that top 10, since we haven't given them some love, it's Snakey, Don't Blink, Supply Raptor, and Drix and Yellow Snowman rounding out the back 5. Everybody else, Xylo, Stig, DeFi, Jack, and Sebi all DNFing, unfortunately. Arcadia, our race winner. Hey, by the way, everybody in Tier 1, make sure you go check the tier 1 chat because we're gonna be asking you for some interviews in a second. Dude, what a race that was. Andy, are you already asking for interviews?
I'm on my way, sir.
Heck yes, thank you, man.
I'm on my way.
That was epic. Yeah. Insane race for sure. Arcadia on the hardcore defense. He was lucky too because Dougie was playing less to win and more to hold off second. And I think
Ark, Dougie,
yeah,
and Giants fan.
yes, it's Arc, Dougie, and Giants. How does Giants fan find its way up into the podium after that race? I don't know, dude. That's incredible. I know exactly what he's gonna say. He's gonna say, around lap 10, I thought all hope was lost. And when we came up to lap 33, I was like, oh, all hope is back again. I guarantee you he's gonna say something close to that. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see if I can.
We've already got Ark in the interview room, so we'll wait maybe for Giants fan.
We'll see if we can get
I think
him.
it'd be good to speak to the winner third.
Yes, exactly. Always can if possible. I wonder if Ducky Falcon's gonna be able to jump in there as well. See if we can give him a ping. But overall, absolutely crazy race. Yeah, I think Arcadia was definitely stoked that, you know, Dougie behind him was fighting off Marcus Libs rather than trying to fight Arcadia. Because if that DRS was getting put on at the end of the third DRS straight, I mean, that would have been a totally different race.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? What I love about the last 5 laps there is just the fact that the guys didn't get too crazy and too close and cause a chaos.
Well,
we've seen it before where people are striving to get the win, striving to get the podium and make mistakes by trying to be too aggressive. And I think what we've seen tonight in this tier is the fact that we've got elite drivers that make elite decisions.
yeah, I think overall it definitely was one of the cleaner ones, especially for how tight that grid was. You know, the fact that the whole top 10 still finished effectively within a second of each other. You know, a second of the next person in front. It was pretty nuts. Yeah, it was nip and tuck from start to finish. Did we happen to get Giants fan or Dougie Falcons in the interview room?
We're going to get Giants fan in right now. We're in Media Box 2, aren't we?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Hello, Mr. Giants fan.
Hello, boys. It's been a while.
It's been a while, man. How are you?
I am great after what was almost a ruined race there from our lovely F1 game here.
Yeah, dude. What a recovery. What the heck? I'm curious. What were your thoughts throughout the race?
So at first I was like, all right, we're chilling here. We're just kind of riding around. And then first safety car came out. No worries. Went back racing. And then I was just chilling again. And then all of a sudden I saw, I think it was, okay, second safety car came out. Then we boxed. And I was a little farther back down the back. Then the incident happened there in sector 2. And for me, like, I clipped Jack right rear. And the game booted me out, like, instantly.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what happened? But got back in. Tilla and Adam had told me that the game had boxed me, so I was none too pleased about that.
No.
Even worse, it boxed you onto old hards.
Onto the hards that I was already on.
Wait, seriously?
And then when I boxed again, it put me back on my mediums that I was already on. So that's why I boxed third time to get the fresh mediums, and thankfully I did because we didn't have another safety car.
Yeah.
And after that, it was just elbows out. I need to get back to the front.
Yeah. Tell me about that collision at the very end. I'm curious from your point of view as well. I mean, you were a few seconds behind that big pileup with the top few guys. What did you see? Did you happen to see it actually go down, or were you just kind of coming around the corner into carnage?
Yeah, I didn't really catch much of it. I just saw Supply and Marcus had come together and were parked there on the apex. So I was like, oh, abort the corner. And thankfully, Adam and I both did, and we survived to get salvage a not too great day.
Yeah, you two coming through and finding your way up into those positions that you were at was just honestly mind-blowing to me. Like, I remember looking early on in the race, I was like, oh, wow, Williams are really having a tough job. I even said, I think, a couple times. And then out of nowhere, you know, we come to the back 5 laps, and like, oh, hold on a second. They're like very much so in contention with this thing. This is a little weird.
Yeah, and, we definitely got helped out there with the collision.
Yeah, big time, for sure. Both those collisions ended up actually working in your favor somehow. Well, the Jack one, not so much, but the second one, for sure, big one. You know, other than that, obviously, we're now a full round through the back half of the season, and you got a little bit of work to do in this championship to catch yourself up to that 5th one and go back to back to back to back to back, which is insane for me to think of.
We're gonna try.
You're definitely gonna try it. You know, when we're looking at the back half of this calendar, we got Vegas and a couple other, you know, crazy races for sure. What are you thinking about these last few tracks? Are these ones that you feel confident on, you know, a recovery, or you're starting to lose a little bit of hope?
So spoiler alert, I will not be here next week.
Okay.
Because I will be in DC. So, which, I mean, I'm not too terribly crazy about Vegas, as many know. So I'm not too worried about that one.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have done good anyway. So I'm just gonna hope for a lot of chaos and a not normal winner to win and take points off of Marcus, Xylo, and Estenba.
Yeah.
And then
Estenba
after
wasn't here
that,
tonight.
no, he wasn't, and he might be having wheel issues. So we'll see what happens with that. And
Wow.
then what we got? Portimao, Singapore, and Silverstone, which
Right.
don't feel great about, but I don't feel terrible about either.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Obviously, the the back half of the season is going to be pretty tasty, so I'm excited to see how it works out. But I'll go ahead and let you go and get out of here. But dude, seriously, great recovery drive. That was insane. And
Thank
I'm
you.
excited to see what you got.
It was great to finally talk to you guys again. I was
Yeah.
starting to get a little lonely. I was like, we can't have this. I gotta get back in the interviews.
Hey, it's great to have you back on the podium, man. Well done.
Thank you guys.
We'll see maybe in 2 weeks then back up here.
We'll try.
Yep. All right. See you later, Skater.
Take care, buddy.
Adios.
All right, and we'll
Okay,
see.
next up, we have got...
Do we have Dougie or just Arcadia?
We've got Dougie.
Hey!
Dougie, good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, good, I guess.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it, Punchy, that Dougie thinks it's only going okay.
I know.
Dougie, you just claimed P2 in the Austrian Grand Prix against some pretty tight competition there, certainly for that last 5-6 laps. How do you feel about your strat, and how did it go?
Well, the race itself went well. I thought I was going to win the race, up until lap 34. And yeah, I felt good. Car felt good. The qualifying was pretty bad. I mean, to be fair, it was really close between everyone. So
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think I was just unlucky, I guess. But the race felt good. I'm surprised that we got the second place. I don't think it'll last long, I'll be honest.
Oh, whoops.
I got.
And why is that, Dougie? Talk to me more. Not that I want you to incriminate yourself live on stream, but just talk to me. Talk to me.
Well, I can't say I braked myself, but that's what happened. Yeah. essentially,
Yeah.
But I couldn't do anything. I couldn't really do anything because the wash between the Ferrari and me, we basically he just steamed. I couldn't do anything. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Tough spot.
I don't think we saw anything too terrible. There was a lot of focus, obviously, up at the front because it was so tight, as it was all race.
I mean, like at least 20 or 30 overtakes during this race. It was kind of crazy.
It was nuts.
Easy.
The amount of
Easy
overtakes-
20 or 30.
yeah. So,
Yeah. The hard part is,
That was just in the last 5 laps.
yeah, seriously, right?
yeah.
I mean, what I was very curious about, I just needed to ask you about this. Stig noticed, and I didn't even notice this, but you weren't using DRS on the final DRS straight for a majority of the laps that you were sitting in second and defending Marcus. Is there a specific reason why you decided not to?
Because I wanted to hold on to P2 until maybe like the last couple of laps, and that way I could just go for the overtake. So I was just literally just trying to cocoon myself into like a P2, but obviously everyone behind me was trying to do the same thing, trying to get to that P2.
Yep.
So I just didn't want to go for the overtake because I'd rather Arcadia just pushed and just went away and just built a gap, which he didn't really do, and it kind of just caused that train to just work out. So I just didn't want to use my DRS to overtake him and waste time.
That makes sense.
And I just wanted to just stay in my P2 until we get to that lap 34, but everybody else had other ideas.
Everybody else also wanted to stay in their positions till lap 32. I mean, or lap 34. I was watching everybody else saving their ERS too. Marcus had 85, 90 by the time you guys started lap 34. So he was right. He was ready to push, and obviously that's what ended up causing that big collision right there. So, yeah. I mean, otherwise, I think your race was insane. Dude, it was absolutely nuts. The level of just, for lack of a term, ballsy moves that you were putting out there, and you were really leaving it all on the table. It was great to watch, and you kind of got hard done by on a few of those safety cars, and just had to go back and fall positions again. You get them all back, and you fall again, and you know, to still find yourself back in a P2 was a great drive. Seriously, it was impressive.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was good until lap 34. So yeah,
Yep.
good into the end. So yeah, it was good. I'm glad I got another podium, back-to-back podiums. It's good. So yeah, and the next race, I think is Vegas.
Yeah, best track
Yeah,
on the calendar.
Vegas.
So,
Everybody loves it.
yeah.
Okay. Whoa. Worst track on the calendar.
Hey, don't slander, all right? It's definitely great.
Dougie, we've got polar opposites in the commentary box. Punju loves it. I detest it. Where do you sit? How do you like Vegas? And what do you think your chances are?
I hate it. I don't like it.
Good man. Excellent.
I hate it
Isn't
because it's just not fun. It's just not a fun track. It really isn't. It's just that DRS, that stupid straight. It's just it's so. I know you love it,
It's so great. It's so great.
but I don't love it. It's just not fun.
That says, honestly, Dougie, that says more about Punju than it does about us.
I was 230 miles an hour down a straightaway through the strip of Las Vegas. I mean, that's pretty sick. It's pretty sick.
It's only 230 miles an hour if you've got a setup with no downforce.
No, that's when it is.
My setups do not get me 230 miles an hour anywhere.
That means you're using too much swing, man. You got to go like 10-4 on that track. Oh, yeah. Really drop it low.
Yeah, well,
I'm a crazy person.
I need the downforce to get myself around that dirty left-hander.
That's a fair point. It's pretty gnarly. I can't even lie. Well, you know, before we let you go, I just wanted to ask you in general, looking at the rest of the season, you're starting to slowly but surely climb yourself up the standings. Do you see yourself making a charge for that top spot as now Estenba's missed a race and the top, you know, grid is really tightened up here after today?
No. I think I'm way too far back and I haven't won this race.
That's fair.
But I mean, to be fair, if I won the race and you know, and it was all clean at the end, I'd have been kind of happy with it. Yeah, then yeah, maybe I could have thought about it, but because of the ending of this race, I think maybe I'll temper my expectations and see where we end up. To be honest, I'm just gonna really help Alpine to the end of the season, really, because like I missed like a couple of races already, and
yeah,
I'm kind of just like waiting until like the end of the season to see what happens at the end of the season, where we end up. Where I end up is where I end up.
Yeah.
So, if we get the championship, I think that's like the craziest season I've ever seen or ever done in my entire life. If we ever win the championship, yeah. So,
never know.
I don't think I will. You never know.
You never know.
Yeah, but we need a bit more. We need a bit more fortune on our side to get the win.
Well, man, we'll go ahead and let you go. But again, great freaking racing tonight, and looking forward to seeing you in Vegas next week.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We'll see ya.
Congratulations, bud. Take care.
Yeah.
Let's see if we've got our good friend, Mr. Arcadia.
Arcadia, and he's got his mic muted
Oh.
at the moment.
Arcadia, unmute.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Welcome, race winner. Congratulations. How are you feeling after that one?
Pretty good. Been a while since I won a league race.
Yeah. How long has it been, actually? Just curious.
I'm pretty close to like 7-8 months now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I'm almost there right now. Actually, it might be. Yeah, I think I'm right about that moment right now. It's been a hot minute. Hey,
Getting
dude,
back in Vegas.
you made it happen. You know, I was definitely concerned on the last 6 or 7 laps, really just like who was going to win. I thought it was anyone's game. You had the least energy out of all of them, and
I know.
and you were just kind of in this tough spot. But you were definitely very lucky because Dougie never tried to get you before lap 34.
I know. It was I think he was just waiting for
He was.
lap 35, 34. Yeah.
Correct.
Sure.
Yeah, and so
Yep,
that being
and
said,
then-
were you starting to get a little bit worried at all, or were you kind of just like, no?
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
okay.
Definitely.
Fair.
Definitely got lucky with whatever incident they have, but you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a little bit of luck.
Yeah, that I think was a little bit of what won you that one for sure. Now, on the end of the day, I did remember one big pass you made, and it was a big mind game pass, and Rage Quit and I were both like so stoked on it. You passed up Dougie Falcons on a sweet left-right fake. Were you kind of lining that one up? I think it was like lap 29.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Because the straight before, he just pushed me really close to the edge, so I said, okay, I'm going for the inside this time.
Heck yeah. I love it. Yeah,
Yeah, it was a beautiful pass.
It was sweet.
Beautiful pass.
It was very sweet. I mean, this is your first race win here in Moose Racing League as well. This puts you at in the 40s for points, if I recall correctly. You had about 15 coming into this race.
No, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, so you're well into the 40s then.
I think I'm into the 60s.
Oh wow, you already had 40 or 35 points before today.
I have 34.
All right, so you are at 59 points right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Which means you are potentially in second after Marcus Lives and Zyla both had really tough races today. So how the turntables, now you've only got Estenba ahead of you, who has 3 race wins and no other points, and he missed tonight. So if he does show up, obviously watch out for some race wins for him, but otherwise, how are you thinking about your championship shot now? It's possible.
I don't know. I've had some lucky races. I've had some unlucky races. So hopefully luck stays on my side, and then we can challenge for the first place.
Yeah, you never know. Well, Rage Queen.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. You know, with Giant Span finishing in a podium position tonight. You know, he's still above you as well. So I think what I really like about this tier is we never know who's gonna win.
Definitely.
But more importantly, we never know who's going to finish in the podium spots and the point spots. And I think with 4 races left to go, 4 incredible tracks that some people might not bother practicing and some people might, I think it's all up for grabs.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's super tight.
It's true. I do want to point out one thing. Rich, you just said 4 incredible tracks. Thank you so much for recognizing the greatness of Vegas. I appreciate you. Which, by the way, that makes me put this.
Incredible in good ways and bad ways.
Arcadia, what do you think about our next track with Vegas? How are you feeling about your chances there?
Not a fan.
Oh my gosh! Oh, you haters! Haters! Wow. Wow.
It's like a fight for P2 till the last lap.
This is a bandwagon thing right here, man. I swear. Oh
It's
my
like
God.
it's not a fight for P2. It's a fight to finish.
It's a bit of a scrappy race.
Good
for
lord.
Sure. It'll be fun. Well, we're going to go ahead and let you go, but my man, seriously, great racing tonight. That was awesome, and congratulations on a win. It was well deserved. So yeah, we'll maybe see you in another interview box coming soon.
Yep, soon. All right, thank you guys.
See you later,
Yeah,
Skater.
congrats on your first MRL win, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
We'll see ya. Well, Andy, that's a good way to end the race, huh?
Brilliant, mate.
Sweet.
As always, as per usual, a sensational tier 1 race.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what? And it's great to have new people in the interview box.
Yeah.
It's Austria threw up some surprises.
Yeah. You know, it's one of those tracks where, you know, anything can happen. When one incident happens, it always ends up being big too. And so that's obviously what happened with those 2 ones that were especially big. And so it's pretty interesting to see how, you know, it always delivers the same crazy carnage. Speaking of carnage, we've got no assists coming up right next as well, and we got to give them some love. We've got an auto redirect, of course, at the end of the stream, so it automatically puts you over there. But if you guys haven't gone and seen the no assist tier, you guys have been missing out this whole time. It's exceptional. Go give them a ton of love. Our friends Mock Mage and Pat the Rock always giving us the best calls of the night. Before we get out of here, Andy, anything you want to say before we leave?
I just want to say thank you to everybody who's tuned in tonight. I want to say thank you to the drivers providing us with another amazing race. And yeah, you're not wrong with no assists, by the way.
Yeah, it gets gnarly.
No assists is the place to be.
It's wild.
At 1 a.m. on a Monday morning.
Hey, 1 a.m. your time. It's only 8 o'clock here. Yeah, it's only 8 o'clock here.
Beautiful.
It's not bad.
We've seen what I love about it is Tier 1 gives us some amazing racing. From what I've seen from no assists, it goes better.
I know. It's wild because it's a totally different kind of dynamic. Tier 1, no one's ever anywhere near each other. No assists, everyone is just so wildly different that crazy strategies can work, crazy passes work. It just gets wild every single time. So, and
crazy.
For whatever reason, the weather always goes the most whack in no assists too. I swear we had rain in the desert.
Yes, it does.
This year. So like, yeah, we had rain in Qatar. Like, what the heck? That gives you some information. But yes, until next time, guys. Next week we're obviously back here at Vegas. I need you guys all do me a favor. Keep being wonderful. Keep making the world a better place. We love and appreciate y'all. Thank you so much, Moose fam. We'll see you next week. And remember, go have some fun at No Assist tonight. See you later, all.
Do it.